Hi everyone, this is Talty, and for today's video I'm going to teach you how to make plates. Something like this. Now you can do them in as many shapes, sizes, colors, and even painted. I'm going to show you how to make them. So for that, first you need polymer clay, of course. I recommend that you use Premo if you can find it, because it's a lot stronger and it won't break as easily. You also need a washer, a round washer like this. They should be cheap enough and easy to find in hardware stores, or if you're like me and you like tearing away things to see what's inside them, you will find them for sure. You also need a couple of circle cutters. They can be either store-bought like this one, or you can handmade them like I made this one, as it should be pretty obvious by the silicone. I'm going to make a tutorial later showing you how to make your own circle cutters, but the smaller cutter needs to fit the inside of your washer, and the bigger one needs to be slightly bigger than the inside of your washer, so that we can make this shape from the smaller cutter and this rim from the bigger one. And you will also need some sandpaper, some wet dry sandpaper, a rolling pin or a pasta machine if you have one. And if you are going to paint them, you will also need a brush and some paints. So let's begin. I already conditioned my clay, so I'm now going to flatten it a little bit. And I will use a couple of pieces of paper folded about this thick to roll an even piece of clay. Now I'm going to pick the prettier side, which is this one, and I'm going to use the bigger cutter to cut a couple of circles. Well, you only need one, but I'm going to make two plates, so you just need to cut one. And I'm going to cut one here, and here's a tip: before picking this up, just turn it slightly so that you cut the whole circle and leave less marks, just like that. Now you have a perfectly round circle. You want to be very gentle with these circles because they are very thin and you don't want them to lose shape. I'm just going to go through the sides a little bit and make the sides smoother and leave any cutter marks. I'm going to take this section. You can use a new piece of clay, but I don't want to. And I'm going to roll this one slightly smaller. Now that I have a thinner piece, I'm going to cut with the smaller circle a couple of circles more. Now take your washer and you're going to fit the smaller circle right in the middle, just like that. If your washer is dirty, for example if you found it somewhere or if it was kept for too long, it may be a little bit rusty, so you may want to wipe it and even sand it a little bit. Now I'm going to take the bigger circle and I'm going to place it right in the middle and try to center it as best as possible. I'm going to do it again right here. I'm just going to place it right now so that I can center it, like that. And now Using my finger and very light pressure, I am going to press the center to create the indentation. Just be very light, a very light touch. And I'm going to go through the sides a little bit too. At this point your plate should look something like this, and you will have a small depression in the middle where you can fit things, and it's a lot more realistic. You can make the rim thinner by cutting a smaller circle, but I wanted this shape and this size. We are now going to bake them just like this. This is metal, nothing will happen to it. Bake it as regular. Okay, my plate is already baked and rock hard, so I'm just going to flip it and push it gently from behind. Don't push too hard, you don't want the rim to break, it's very thin. So just go gently, turn it a bit, and it should pop, just like that, very easily. So now I have a small bowl with some water. You can use warm water or even soapy water. And I'm going to use a wet dry sandpaper. This is a 360 grit. And I'm going to use it to clean the edges, like this edge right here. This is a mark from the cutter. And I'm also going to sand away any lint I may have. I see a small speck right here. So I'm going to try to remove it and make this as clean and pretty as possible. This can get very messy, so make sure you do this over a towel or something like that. I'm going to make a video about sanding polymer clay later, but you want to sand it wet, because do you see all that dust? This will fly and get in my lungs if I didn't have the water to catch it. It's just a matter of polymer clay safety. I will make a video about that too, talking about toxicity and all of those things. This is the plate I already sanded, and this is the other one. I hope you can tell the difference. The edges on this one are very smooth and even, and this one still has the rough edges. It makes the whole difference. It's those little details that count. If you want to, you can paint this. I just have some regular acrylic paint here and a brush. And I'm just going to do a simple gold border all over. When I do that, I like to paint the sides first. And maybe give it 2 coats so that it's very shiny. So here is my finished plates, already painted with 2 coats. I really like this technique because they are slightly raised and they have a depression in the middle, just like real plates. Let me know if you have any questions. I also have this tutorial in photos in my DeviantArt account. I will link to it. Check it out if you didn't catch anything. And don't forget to subscribe for more polymer clay videos and updates and everything about that. So I hope you like this. Let me know if you use it, and I'll see you later. Bye bye.
¿Qué?
Touch bowls y era plates.
Touch a plate.
Bowls. Y vuelvo a escribir bowls. De.